Cheers. We're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's been some time. So tonight I'm just going to be doing some painting. Just some clean, straight painting. I might be joined by my friend Ross in about 50 minutes time. He said he'll jump on. So actually, as a point, I just want to mention to him, just make sure the sound's alright. It should be fine about there. I'm just going to message him to say I'm on Discord. Send me a message on Discord, bruh. Okay, so how are we all doing? Hello, Palo. Hello, Jurassic. Hello, Never Not So Clever at This. How are you doing? So I've had an insanely busy couple of weeks. I've been learning to drive because I haven't actually ever needed to drive before, and obviously with the little one, I was going to drive last year, but then COVID hit, so it's been pushed back to like now. I was supposed to be driving before. We're going to be doing a picture of Walt, by the way. Look at this, like him like going, ooh. Just need a good picture of him. What happened to your face? Oh my god, what has happened to my face? Jesus Christ. What has happened? Oh my god. Alright, where is this? Look at that, we come back and we've got a technical glitch. I think that's the right one. At least I hope it's the right one. Right, what have we got? Let's try this. Hello. Hello. Okay. It might be because it was plugged in. It was plugged into a... it is still plugged into the same thing, so hopefully it won't happen again, but it's plugged into a USB extender, which is a bit glitchy, so hopefully it's alright. I've been learning automatic because I tried learning stick when I was a teenager. This was before I moved to London, and I couldn't get my hand-eye coordination and my feet coordination right. I never could get my head around it, so I was just like I don't know, I felt like a danger on the road. And I'm just looking at something, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, that's what we want. We want him to be like that, but I'm going to redraw him. And then we're also going to look at him in this frame. So I've just been learning to drive that way, and so he's got some bags under his eyes. He's got his top is undone. That's good. Right. And because I'm doing an intensive course, so like I'm learning over a week. I've had all my lessons now. What's coming up next is my mock test, and then if I pass that, then I get to go on to the real test. If my mock test, if I don't pass that, then they say you'll have to take a couple of lessons or so to try and work on where you failed, or a lesson or two. And then so hopefully I'll zoom on ahead. I'll be able to do it all in one go. thank you for the $2 tip, Big Shark. Thank you very much. Not only that, I've been working on some images for Clayton. I won't reveal what those are, but I've been working on a lot of images for Clayton, which have been fun, and I'm just coming up to halfway done with those, which should be fun when you guys finally see what those are. And then on top of that, obviously I've been looking after my family, baby stuff. I've been away for a week because I went and visited some other family members because we're bubbled with them, and the tyrannical UK government allowed us to finally leave our areas of interest. And what else have I been doing? Working, actually going to work on top of that. And I've really had no time. Excuse the siren if you can hear it. There's a siren coming down the road. So I haven't really had any time to work on Dino Defenders since, and I kid you not, since I did the last live stream. So that is why we're exactly catching up with where we were last time, basically. Which in one ways sucks, but in another, at least we're getting back to it, hey? So I kind of want to turn a lot of the lines here. And yeah, on top of all that as well, actually, I've been coming up with video ideas because I figured actually one of the good things about this channel that I want to do more is actually some creative content for this channel that's not just live streams. Try and fit them in. And it seems that my job, I'm not going to be going back to the one that I'm furloughed from. I'm not going to be going back to that until June now, not May. So it's been pushed back even further. So there should be some time in May for me to work on some videos. Obviously tomorrow is May 1st, so we're going to be kicking it off with a bang. I haven't actually made any of these videos yet, but yeah, so I've been working on a load of Jurassic. I've been like listing all these Jurassic misconceptions, and I've been working on one today which required me watching Fallen Kingdom from start to finish, and I still haven't finished it yet, but writing down notes and time codes for things. And so far, I'm not going to show you the actual thing, but here's my notes, and it's now bleeding over to the other side. And this is for a misconception video which I really want to go in depth into, because there's this one sort of argument I hear about Fallen Kingdom brought up quite a lot, and I kind of just want to like prove it's not true. So yes, in red pen. But yeah, so really, yeah, never not so clever at this as still it isn't like you haven't been productive. Yeah, I know, right? Jurassic Hero says, I can't wait for another misconception video. Yeah, I've got 4 in the pipeline. 4 Jurassic misconception videos. I've got one video I want to make this year. Well, I say this year. I've said that before in the past. Like, oh, I want to make this video this year, but like never get around to it. Like the Alien commentaries are one. Like for the Alien movies, aside from Alien Resurrection and AVP, which are like some of the films I hate. So it's like, why have I got commentaries on my channel for those films, but not the ones I really like? And I've been saying for years that I'll get around to doing those. Even on my old channel, I think I was going to do it. And I've just never got around to it, so that's something I really want to do. Maybe I'll bring that up with Ross. Maybe he'll want to do it. And yeah, but I've got this video idea for Alien 3 that I've been wanting to do for years, and I've never done it. And so maybe I'll get round to doing it in the near future. But yeah, so hopefully if things work out, things go the way I hope, hopefully this channel will boost more content in the coming months, more than it has been. More than it has been, and if I don't do it, then I'm a has-been. Yeah, so it's been really busy, really busy, all over the place. Like I'd start work at 3 a.m. and then I would start my driving lessons at 8 a.m. when I finish. So I'd come out of work straight into a car and then drive until 1 p.m. So like 12 hours on the go. Then I'd come home and it's like full-time dad mode, and my wife appreciates it if I take over and let her put her feet up for a little bit. Not literally, that means she's going to be like putting a washing on or doing something more doing something productive. I also recorded a podcast with my wife this week because she has her tea podcast, so it's like literally go all week for the last 2 weeks. Even when we went away, going away, I just wanted to like, it wasn't go, but it's like you're with other family members. It's like a holiday, so you're having sort of a relaxing time. But with a baby, there's not so much as a relaxing time. You're going to be looking after him all the time. So what's your plot speculation for Jurassic World Dominion, asks Jurassic Hero. I can't talk about that because I know the plot. I actually know the plot, so I won't be speculating. Big Shark asks, is Walt a jab at Disney? No. So you know how like Crichton did John Hammond as the dark side of Disney? Well, obviously this story is heavily inspired by Michael Crichton's stories, especially Jurassic Park. Well, Walt is the good side of Disney. The good capitalist side of Disney. Legendary says, I bet one misconception would be about the gun and the Endoraptor, since that's the people's biggest criticism about the movie. No, but that is... Thank you for that one, because that's going on the list. That's a great one. I don't know why I've never thought to do that. So 5 now. Endoraptor, gun, / nose issues. I'll give you one that I'm going to cover. I've got the titles here. Why didn't the Arcadia take the dinosaurs to Isla Sorna in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Which is a really, really easy one to do, but also I think I need to actually provide evidence for those people out there who just, for some reason, don't understand it. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background. It's very subtle. I'm listening to the Jurassic World Evolution soundtrack, but it's quite quiet. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. There's been zero music since the intro. Wait, let me turn it right up then. I'll turn it down in my ears. You know what? That's a good opportunity to start it again. Oh, that bloody clock. You know what? Stuff your bloody clock. There you go. Shoved it under a cushion. Gary5 says, is anyone else excited to see E750 in Camp Cretaceous Season 3 yet? It's already making the Endergraptor look like a joke to science and engineering that it already was. No, the Endoraptor's already a million times cooler than the Scorpius Rex. Legendary says, personally I think Easless Honor will probably be mentioned in Camp Cretaceous Season 3. I could be wrong though. We'll see. Oh my god, it's so peaceful without the clock here. I'm going to have to remember that. I'm going to put a sticker on my computer saying remove clock before streams. Me and my wife have been talking about when we're going to be moving next. And the next house we're moving to is what we're sort of nicknaming our forever home. It's the one that we want to sort of settle down for the longest period of time, because this place is nice and it's like served us really well, but it's not big enough to have another baby. And we are thinking about the potential for number 2, and we figured in the hierarchy of priorities, okay, we want to have a new house first, because this was a great first time buyer's house and big enough to raise a family of 3 in, but it's not big enough to have another child. So we're looking to move within the next 2 years hopefully, and we've been looking at places, and one of the things that I've sort of been quite adamant about is we want to have like the 3 bedrooms, but there also needs to be a nice office space for me and Emma to work in that's separate from any other room, so it's its own room. And that means, you know, I'd be able to live stream and do my recordings and videos and all that sort of stuff from its own separate studio, quote unquote. And so could Emma record her podcasts in there and stuff. So hopefully that will all work out. I'm hoping within the next 2 years that this channel will grow somewhat. I don't quite know how that's going to happen. I need to I really just need to make content and stick to it, but it's just time. That's the biggest thing. It's all time. Because like quite admittedly, Dino Defenders hasn't been worth the hours I've put into it. If we're talking about its return in terms of views and its monetization, but that doesn't mean it won't in the future. It's got to find its feet and its audience and stuff. Plus, finishing it is a big part of that, so people have the whole story. But we will get there, as I say. So it's like, you know, I can spend one day making like a short video that talks about something about Jurassic that takes me like 30 minutes to record, and then an hour, 2 hours to edit, if it's not just like a simple video that I just need to throw up, like and that will garner like thousands of views or hundreds of thousands of views. When you do one like that takes, I don't know, God knows how many hours I've sunk into Dino Defenders, and it doesn't garner that much at first. I have hope, I have hope that people will see Dino Defenders. Yes, we do get people in the Discord almost every day, which is good. Legendary says you're living in London, Jack. If you're not, then thank God, because the price of houses are unbelievable there. No, we don't live in London anymore. I moved to London when I was 22, and I left 5.5 years later. So I haven't lived in London for a long time now, and I don't particularly like London. So I'm glad I don't live there. Like I like it as in it gave me some good life experiences. It made me into the man I am today. But I wouldn't recommend living there for too long. My friend Ross, who might be calling, I looked up for the clock. It's not there. Who will be calling hopefully in a bit. He still lives in London. He moved down with me, so he's still there. So I can ask him how's it been going. Jurassic Hero says, I don't understand why isn't the Jurassic misconception in the Jurassic Park wiki. I mean, there's a list of Godzilla misconceptions in the Godzilla wiki. I mean, I can ask them, the people who run the Jurassic wiki, because I've joined their Discord, so... The thing is, though, some of the misconception things I bring up are opinionated, so you can't really put that on the wiki. It's not facts based, or it's like an interpretation or going into the meaning of something. So, like for example, a good one is the pyroclastic flow one from Fallen Kingdom. The animators changed the front of the pyroclastic flow to brown dust, so that way it would explain Owen surviving, but they don't have anything in the film to actually explain that. You have to go to some article interview to know that information. So, you know, is it really a misconception? Kind of, because the makers wanted it to be a certain way, but not because the film doesn't really explain that. So it's like, do you ignore it? Gary Pfeiffer asks, so what town are you in now? I'm in Norwich. It's a city called Norwich in the beautiful east of England. The tie. Oh, obviously also talking about how busy I've been. Obviously I worked on Jurassic Park 2 Chaos Island, which was just before I went away for the week. I had some time. And I could have been painting, I could have been doing something productive, but I had a conversation with Clayton and Yaroslav, and it turned into, could this be done? And then, yes it can, I found out. Did I ever get credit in the movie Stagger? I have no idea. I wouldn't have thought so, considering I walked off set. Such a little asshole. I should have stayed and done the job. But... no, I would have been living a completely different life, I think, if that was the case. Hello, stupid dinosaur. Okie dokie. Now, what expression do I want him to be pulling? No Dr. Chanastrophius today, says Harrison. No, he's in the chat. He's in the chat. Or is he? But my friend Ross should be arriving in about 30 minutes. A different guest. Jurassic Hero says, is it ironic that people thought Jurassic Park is a don't create dinosaurs message, though it's impossible to resurrect a dinosaur with DNA that decayed for 2 million years, especially in mosquito amber? We already tried that and it doesn't work. It's not so much a don't create dinosaurs message, it's a don't assume control with nature. Tiny box blur this background just a little bit. Oh, actually no, not yet, because I want to add a little thing on the wall. Right, let's add his mouth. Actually, let's add his Big Shark says, I thought Jurassic Park's message was to buy its toys. Yeah. Buy the action figure now from Mattel. Actually, I need to look up what his mouth is like in other scenes where he's talking. Did I draw him with a small mouth or a big mouth? Can't remember. Let's have a looky see. Kinda. Oh, okay, yeah. That's about right. I really enjoyed drawing Walt, even though I've drawn him from 2 or 3 angles so far. That's the thing with Dino Defenders, is because the humans aren't moving really much at all. You only really get to see him from certain angles, and then I can just sort of reuse the angles. It's there's no point. Well, I guess we will see him from other angles, but it's just easy to do it like this. Be right, I'm gonna just use that same one but then manipulate it. Jurassic Hero asks, what's your thoughts on the Nostalgia Critic? Don't really care about him. Don't agree with a lot of his views on movies. I haven't really watched any of his videos aside from the Jurassic reviews. And maybe a couple of clips. I watched him play games with James Rolfe on Cinemassacre. Actually, it's funny because I was watching him review Jurassic Park 3D the other day, was it? I can't remember now. I actually was watching one of his videos the other day for research, and he was complaining about someone being loud and obnoxious, and I don't know if that was like a joke, but at the same time it didn't exactly come off as a joke, so... And if it was meant to be a joke, then he did a terrible job of getting it across, so... I just thought the irony. Football Enthusiast says your Jurassic Park is historically legendary, mate. Thank you. My Jurassic Park is historically legendary. Are you talking about... No, I don't want to like blow my own trumpet here, but are you talking about my Jurassic Park collection video? Because every now and then I go onto my old channel, and the comments under that video are just insane. The amount of people whose childhood was watching that video. Just got to do his moustache and then treat some of the lighting. Now Ross, when he comes on, or if, something might change, if he comes on, I want you guys all to know he is a big Aliens fan. So if anyone wants to ask him any questions about Aliens, throw them in the chat and I'll get him to talk about it. Liaison. I like that I wrote butler vibes. Butler vibes. It's a note to myself. Oh yeah, butler vibes. He's going to give off butler vibes. Alien the franchise, or just also end the movie? What? I don't get that. Alien, the franchise, he loves it all. Or nearly all of it. Right, now we're going to drop a shadow. We're going to use as much distance on it as possible. if we can change it to 5. Nope. How about 4? 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is. And we'll change that to 1,300. 1,000. You know what? Let's complete it. And let's complete his head, and then that way the shadow will complete, won't it? So I'm drawing his head so the shadow will complete, if you can see that. That's so weird. Okay. I still think the shadow. Change it to 1,002. 1. I still want it to be that big. Maybe if I convert to a smart object, and then I can copy, delete, paste. There we go. We've got his shadow as a separate layer now. Yeah, that's better. Just something to give him a bit of a shadow. Jurassic Hero asks, have you watched RWBY? What the hell's that? I don't know what RWBY is. Okay, let's see the lighting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll save that, or flatten it, sorry, and then save it. Right, that's one frame done. Oh God, what should I call it? XX5. Sweet. Episode 4, FXX5. It's called XX5 because I don't know what number frame it really is. There's like, I've gone off the rails with my numbering. Right, now we're going to go back one. And we're actually going to get these lines. Of his head. But there. I think Jurassic Hero, that answers your question. If no one knows what the heck that means, then no one's seen it. So on WhatsApp, I've got a WhatsApp group with some Jurassic fans in it, and Jack has written, I'm listening to a podcast. They raised a brilliant dinosaur point. In all the CGI renders of dinosaurs, why do you never see a knob or balls? He says, obviously in Jurassic Park, but why is there no prehistoric penis in Walking with Dinosaurs? And I just said there's buttholes. There's buttholes in Walking with Dinosaurs. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut his... Oh, God. We're going to cut his head off and move it. Oh, actually, delete it and move it. So it's just tweaking the head, so he yeah, I just want to change his mouth a little bit there. That's better, actually. What I'm looking for. Ooh, perfect. You guys are all talking about anime in the chat, so I don't care about that. Harrison says, so what dinosaur documentary is better? Planet Dinosaur or Dinosaur Planet? I'm assuming you've seen at least one. I haven't seen either. So there you go. That throws your thing out the window. Everyone in chat is talking about stuff I just haven't seen. Anime or dinosaur documentaries or, you know, whatever. I think the soundtrack for Jurassic World Evolution, they nailed capturing a sort of Jurassic Park feel without actually touching on any of the original themes, unless you have them turned on in the game. Harrison in the chat says, I'm just not into anime. Big Shark says, same. I can't understand the appeal. Never not so clever. This says, anime has no power here. Gary5 says, what if Dino Defenders Extreme was an anime? I'd welcome it. There's animes I like. I like season 1 of One Punch Man. I like Cowboy Bebop. Just, I guess, what a lot of people who watch anime would probably say the normie shit. But I'm not like into it. I used to watch Gundam Wing when I was a kid. I even owned toys of Gundams when I was younger. So did Ross, actually. That would be something that we could probably talk about. Me and him used to use our Micro Machine tanks and stuff and play with our Gundam figures because they were sort of scaled up perfectly. And I like a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, like nearly all of them. Jurassic Hero says, what if Dino Defenders Extreme was made to be suitable for all audiences, including kids? I'd like to see them try, is what I'd have to say. Especially when you get to episode 5. Or even episode 4, Jesus. Harrison said, what's a better dinosaur documentary, Walking with Dinosaurs or When Dinosaurs Roamed America? Clearly Walking with Dinosaurs, because Walking with Dinosaurs probably was a direct influence of When Dinosaurs Roamed America. So there you go. Not that if something's just purely influenced, that makes the thing that it's being influenced by better, but it's Walking with Dinosaurs sort of showed the way and did it so well that it's, I would argue, it's not been topped. There might be some like documentaries out there that are technically more scientifically accurate, but just, are they as fun? No. Big Shock says, Jack teasing, everyone take notes. Hey, here's a tease for you. I can tell you exactly what Walt is saying in this shot that I'm doing. This one here. I've cleared the way. This shot here that I'm working on right now. I can tell you exactly what he's saying. Do you want to know? Would you like to know more? Big Show says no. Harrison says, tell us. I can tell you now, it's not a spoiler. Although it might spoil, well, if you know what he's going to say. When you come to the scene in the episode, you'll be like, ah, okay. But it's going to be so long, you might forget. Jurassic Hero says, what are your thoughts on Asylum/sci-fi original movies? I don't care. Some of them have made me laugh, but don't really care about them. I don't have sci-fi, and I don't buy Asylum movies, so I don't really watch them. Although I did watch the trailer for that bloody... I say I don't care, but I did watch the trailer for Ape versus Monster or whatever it was, and all I have to say about that is their CGI has gotten better. It's not like amazing, but it's gotten better. If that says anything. Harrison says, I like sci-fi because they made the Tremors TV series, but I hate them because they cancelled the show because they didn't like it. I thought you were going to say, when I was reading that, I read it like this. I like sci-fi because they made the Tremors TV series, but I hate them because they made a Tremors TV series. I hate them because they made that Tremors TV series, not the... I like them because they greenlit the series, but I hate them because it was that series that they greenlit. Tremors misconceptions says never not so clever at this. Here's a Tremors misconception. They're dumb. That's a misconception. They're dumb and they only hunt via sound. There's a misconception for you. Do you know how I know this? Because in Tremors 1, the first movie, they eat Bert's truck. And his truck's not making any noise. It's just sat there on his thing. But they know to take it out. Because they're trying to remove all exit routes for these characters. Unless that's just like a mistake in the movie, which is more likely. Like, they obviously do hunt via sound, but why do they attack his truck specifically? After they mention it as well. Like, they mention his truck over the radio, and then the graboid goes and attacks it. still got my top 10, 20... Just changing the subject, sorry. I've still got my top 10, 20 favourite movies that aren't Jurassic Park in the works. I still want to make that video. So this is sort of the content that I want to make that's coming out soon. Bless me. God bless you. It's the goof. God damn, it's the goof. Right, let's add his old moustache. Harrison asks, have you watched Collateral with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx? It's one of my favourite films. Yeah, love that movie. Got that on DVD. It is a great flick. Ridiculously well made. One of Tom Cruise's best films, hands down. I wonder if I can do the trick of seeing what he looks like. Now what we want to do is do the shadow on this. Drop shadow, and it should be the same. This one actually. We do want to change the angle a bit on this though, actually. Oh my god, jeezeless, jeez. Never Not So Clever at This says, I'm halfway through reading Next, which is by Michael Crichton. I've got to say it's way funnier than I expected it would be. Yeah, it's good. It's a very good book. Very funny book. It's one of my favourite Crichton books. I do need to give it a read again because I haven't read it in some time. But wait, where did he go before? Just like that. Okay, so what we want to do is grab those. Let's move him over a little bit and zoom him in a bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Big Shark says Walt's face looks so disappointed. Well, do you know what he's saying? You'll know. Well, you won't know all the ins and outs. You won't know barely anything. It's like the perfect tease. The perfect tease. My God. Bloody thing. Big Shark says, no, I already have a feeling I know. Okay, then say it in the chat. Say it in the chat and I won't react. If you've got it right, I will say. If you got it right, I'll just say. If you haven't got it right, then I'll tell you. Either way, you know, I'm gonna tell you. No one else clever that says it fits right into the gears of the first Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's a really good book. You know, I actually advised Colin Trevorrow several times to read Next for inspiration for Jurassic World. Not before Jurassic World, obviously, but this is like between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. I was like, you should read Next because it's a good book about genetics. Big Shark says it could be spoilers though. Don't worry about it. Just say it. Right, so now we've got another one. So let's save that as XX6. I just want to open up number 5 so we can see the difference. Yep, that's good. Alright, and now I just want to go back because all I want to do now is do another one. But mix his eyes up. Big Shark says, does it have to do with Turner or Rose? No. No. It's nothing to do with those characters. Harrison said his favourite films are 1. Jurassic Park, 2. The Lost World, 3. Star Wars A New Hope, 4. Taxi Driver, 5. It Remake, 6. The Florida Project, 7. The Incredibles, 8. Super 8, 9. Unbreakable, 10. Signs. Cool. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for giving us the lowdown. An insight into your mind. We now know. Harrison said, just whisper it to me, I won't tell anyone. I'm going to tell you all now. I'm going to tell you what he says because it's not really a spoiler whatsoever, but it will be a good tease. So Wait, let me save this first. Oh no, actually no. I'll finish it and then I'll say. Because I need to pull up the one that I'm going to reveal. Never not so clever at this. For the $5 tip says, left unchecked, the Tanistrophius will begin to organize. Once they stratify, they'll seize the means of production. US. Us. Oh, us. Us is the production. I get it now. They'll seize the means of production. Us. Thank you for that, man. That's exactly what he's saying. You know what? I'm going to have to do that another layer, I think. Guys. Because what I want to do is do it like this. Get the perfect circles. You know what? That actually looked better before when I was just doing it freehand. What the hell, man? I kind of feel like his eyes, that needs to go up. And then this needs to come round a bit. Legendary says Walt's face. When you take Viagra, you realize it only makes you grow 1 inch. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poor Walt. Right, so now let's flatten that. There's another one. Okay, so what he is saying in this frame here, I'm going to reveal it now. He's saying, okay, I'll do it. That's it. That's what he's saying. Okay, I'll do it. Let's get that. Let's get that up on the screen. Okay. Full stop. I'll do it. Din 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 din. That's what he's saying. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, I'll do it. Right, so we've got all those. And now I believe we need another one of Kate, really, so. We got this one, but I kind of feel like I wanted to change her eye a bit in this. We see her eye in that frame, and she should be a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more like that. Oh, she looks much better there. Right. Anyway, oh, actually, I need to open up that one again. Big Chuck says, oh shit. Harrison says, I'll sacrifice myself to the Megalosaurus. Man of Action says, never lost clip of this. Okay, I'll do it. Mega Raptor Harrison. Action Walt says, never not so clever at this. Action Walt. What was that? This frame here. Do we still have that? Kate and Jude. We do. We have that frame. Now, question is. Okay, I can do that. Oh, wait, how massive is this frame? Jesus Christ. Let's just copy and paste that bit, and then we can. Big Chuck says, he says, fucking hell. You know how little that narrows it down. Go on, explain yourself. I wonder if I can. No. Picture says it could be a Lockwood situation of him doing a simple task. I'm not saying anything. I'm not actually going to tell you what it is he is doing. Obviously. That would be actually spoiling it. So, Kate here, I actually want to change her basically entirely, actually. So, I want to open up the character sheets. Because this is like a bit of a talking scene, so it's just a lot of like backward and forward clips. Walt is going to go machete up some Tanastropius. Is never not so clever at this. Legendary asks, so how smart is the Megaraptor Jack compared to the raptors in Dominus or Indoraptor? It's pretty clever. It's action world with a helicopter jetpack, says Never Not So Clever at this. Kate with the lines, where is she? That one. Perfect. That's, oh god. I don't want thick Kate. Although Never Not So Clever at this might want that. I just need to put this because I'm going to redo her lines anyway. Mecha Walt. Okay, so if I do that, then get rid of Kate. Get rid of the glass. Rename that layer. Right, so let's do a new load of lines for Kate. New lines, we've got to do new lines. Oh, and bear in mind, just so I can get her hair right. Okay, so her hair really is coming down here, so we're near the end of the Jurassic World Evolution soundtrack, so I have to be careful because I don't want it to like suddenly jump over to some sort of bloody advert for Disney Plus that gets my stream demonetized. So I'm listening to the soundtrack via YouTube. Perfectly legal YouTube. I bought the game and I played it on stream, so don't come after me. Thank you very much. Big Shark says Megaraptor has deep blue sea smarts. Well. How old is the house you've been looking at? Us Never Not So Clever at this. We haven't actually been looking at any house in particular. Well, it's like a load of houses, but we're not going to start actually like going for viewings or anything for a while as yet. We've just been sort of looking at sort of what's in our price range and what the kind of thing we could get is going to be. But a lot of the buildings in the UK are quite old, so I'd love to get an old like cottage, but we're talking like a ridiculous amount of money for one of those. Unless it was like a, you know, you do it. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Do it up yourself, jobby. Someone asked Jack about his choice of breast for Kate. Big Shark said that because Gary says Kate's less revealing looking, huh? Invest in some good power tools. There's never not so clever at this. I have tools. I have good power tools. I already got them. Already got them. Thinking of a hand. Might need to take a picture. I'm just going to do a bit of acting here. I'm going to try and act it out. Okay. That's good. Alright. Acting, hand acting, so Jack can get the hand looking right. Then we can use the picture as a reference for Kate's hand. Going to draw it separately. She looks like she's doing some sort of dance. Never not so clever this is. There's some good job money in hand modelling. You could be a star. I get that reference. My hands are just like Joey's hands. About there. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's get that. Like that. Okay. So now we're going to bring the other K up on this level. Then we'll get the colour. I don't know where Ross is. He said he was going to message, but maybe he's busy. Maybe he's doing something. He did say there was no guarantee that he could make it on, but he was gonna try. I don't know if you guys can also hear the pen, because the mic's right over it, and I always worry that you're going to hear like. That's how they end that music. Oh, that was great. I don't know if you guys could hear that. It went to like techno Jurassic Park music. I wonder if anyone's done that. It's called the demonetization challenge, where like you try and imitate a soundtrack with your human mouth so much that the YouTube algorithm flags it as like that's the actual content. Do you think that will get flagged by the YouTube algorithm? If Ross does eventually come on, I'll ask him about, or the first thing I'll bring up is crappy mouth music. We'll have some things to say about that. Me and Ross love a bit of crappy mouth music. So the aim of this scene that I'm working on, the aim for the amount of basically standard frames that I have to do before moving on to the next scene. So basically the skeleton frames I need to be like, okay, that I can work with. now let's move on. And then when it comes to editing and I'm doing the dialogue, I might need a few extra frames, so then I'll draw them and make them then. But the skeleton frames for this scene that I'm working on, I've got 2 more to do after this, which hopefully, if I can, I'll get them done on stream. One is of Buzz and one is of Faye. Is Johnny the Hitmaker Williams, Never Not So Clever This, is he a mouth musician? Actually, you know what? That might be a case of I need to... Harrison says, Jack, did you read the Jurassic Park Devils in the Desert comic book line? And if not, Clayton has some videos on it. I haven't actually read all of them myself, but I have watched all of Clayton's videos on them. Ooh. Never Not So Clever This is a handful of comics. JP Comics might be worth a review, if only as a lark. I think if I was to cover the Jurassic Park comics, I would probably do them as like a dramatic live reading with a group of people, because there's been reviews of them online, and reviews are like, okay, that's sort of the done thing, but I'd want to do something that you kind of haven't seen before online. So like if everyone has a certain copy of every copy of a certain line of Jurassic Park comic books, and then like let's say everyone has the Raptor comic books 1 through however many numbers, and then we all just go on Discord and we pick a character, or we assign people characters, and then we read and have a narrator who's assigned to read the boxes, anything else like that. Then yeah, that's something I would do. Big Shug says we still need an event for the 1995 MK. What's the 1995 MK? Oh, Mortal Kombat. Oh, okay. Okay, boring. Don't care about that. I say boring, I've never seen it. Oh, bloody hell, nearly forgot her hand. Or my hand, should I say. Hello, Ilya. Aye. Legendary asks, what about those comic strip videos on YouTube that tells what happens to the dinosaurs after Fallen Kingdom? Those comic books were some of the laughably shitty comic books I'd ever seen. They were so badly made, and they were so lackluster in their content. Like, I'll quite happily sit here and say that if Chaos Theorem, my company, Tim's company, was given the task of making those comic books with those particular stories, we would have made them much more interesting, much more detailed, much more in-depth. The animation would have been much better. All round, it would have been much better. But they want the lazy option. They just wanted the lazy quick clicks, because they know that, like, if it has the Jurassic Park logo on it or the Jurassic World logo on it, people don't care. They're just going to click on it and watch it. They don't really care that they're getting sold. Well, not even sold, because it was free on YouTube, but they're getting so free money. And in some way, I guess it's like, I don't blame them for that as a company, but as a fan, I'm like, ugh. More cynical towards it. Right. Let's get this done. Hello, Cretaceous the Hunted. Cretaceous the Hunted asks, what did you think of Godzilla vs. Kong? I loved it. Yeah, I loved it too. Good laugh. Great movie. For all its faults. Which it doesn't, it clearly doesn't care about its faults, so why should we care? It delivered exactly what I wanted to see, so why am I complaining about faults? Great movie. Perfect movie. No, it's not. It wasn't perfect, but it was still a lot of fun. And I did make a video all about it, so. If you want to know my thoughts, look up my Godzilla vs. Kong review from a couple of weeks ago. Actually, what am I doing now? I'll finish doing the lines, Jack, and then worry about her face. How many times have I listened to the soundtrack? Probably about 3 times in total now. Bear in mind, I haven't really had time to sit down and listen to soundtracks properly. David asks, thoughts on Beat the Devil? I have no idea what that is. What are your thoughts on it? What the hell is it? Sounds like a Rob Zombie movie. Speaking of movies, I watched on Netflix 2 movies me and my wife watched on Netflix recently. We watched Love and Monsters, which I thought was alright. Didn't do much for me. Had some cool moments, had some neat ideas, but overall it was a bit eh. And then we watched this film that was released called Stowaway, which is like this sci-fi film with Anna Kendrick. Oh god, it was so shit. So bad. It was like it had an interesting premise, but then it was just the most boring bloody film I've ever seen. So boring, in fact, that I fell asleep 15-20 minutes into the movie and I woke up for the last 30 minutes of the movie. And I never sleep during films, especially new ones, because I'm like, oh, what's going on? I just fell straight asleep. Eyebrows. Let's thicken up her eyebrows a bit. now I'm going to get the black and do her eyelashes. I have to say, what the hell was I going to say? I was about to say something and then it's just gone out of my mind. Oh, I'm getting tired. You know what I have to say? It's good to be back streaming. Never Not So Clever at This says, oh, The Incredible Shrinking Man was damn fun. Yeah, glad you watched him, man. When we have you on next, we can go deeper into that. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's such a fun, little, neat, compact movie. Oh, I'm missing a particular characteristic of her. Never Not So Clever. This is how many hours of sleep are you running on? It's not so much how many hours I get, it's like when you're... So like me and my wife are like the complete opposite. So let me explain. She's a very light sleeper. She never used to be a light sleeper, but now she is since having the baby. That's because she's tuned in to the baby. So as soon as it makes a noise, she sort of wakes up. And that's a problem for her because she might get loads of, like, technically some hours and hours and hours of sleep, but it's only light sleep, so she never really recuperates enough energy properly. I'm the opposite. I'm an insanely deep sleeper, but I can run on a short amount of sleep. I do get a lot of sleep because I've got work and I have to go to bed early for all that sort of stuff and whatnot, yada yada yada. But when I have deep sleep, when you're woken up to go sort the baby out, you're pulled out of like such a deep sleep that, like, I was saying to my wife the other day that so like she woke me up at the baby was making noise at 5 a.m. and she poked me because I just don't wake up even if the monitor of the baby is like right by my head and it's making noise. I'm still out, and she woke me up and said, "Jack, can you go sort her out?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But I was sort of like pulled out of a deep sleep. So I was like, yeah, sure. And I got out of bed and I stumbled around the room. And as I was walking around the room, I re-entered the dream that I was just in. So it was like being pulled out of a situation. I can't even remember what the dream was now. But like, let's say, for example, like I'm running a hotel, right, in this dream. I'm running a hotel and it's super realistic, and for whatever reason, that's what I'm doing. And I'm dealing with customers and all this sort of stuff, and maybe something's gone wrong, like a camel is running around in the lobby. something completely random, but like not realistic, but very dreamlike. But I'll be dealing with that and thinking, oh god, it's like it's all real, and then go sort the baby out, and then I'm like walking through the room, stumbling, and then I'm back in the hotel with the camel, like oh god, and then I'm nearly banging my head on the door, and then I go into the baby's room and try and sort her out after I've woken up properly, which could be quite disorientating, but yeah. But I do get deep sleep and I do get good night's sleep, but the problem, I do loads of stuff, so like you just get tired from using up all your energy, whereas before I was I could run on barely any sleep and sleep deep and then wake up and feel fine. But now I wake up even though I've had deep sleep, I'm doing more stuff in the day. That means I'm exhausted a lot more. Legendary says, anyone excited about A Quiet Place 2? I'm not really bothered. I didn't find the first one to be like particularly anything special. Hey, what's going on? Why is her head warping? No. Wait, what's going on? Why are her glasses suddenly really big? Oh, I see. That's better. Let me open this up. Need her impression, her expression to be a tad different. Need to squint her eyes a little bit more. But only just a tad, really. Okay. People are complaining about trailers and marketing and how they spoil too much. Yeah. Trailers for Fallen Kingdom that showed the entire plot of the movie, says Legendary. The only thing I think the trailers didn't reveal was the Maisie plot, a clone plot. Okay. Alright, let's move on. We've only got a little while. A few things I just want to clear up quickly. Never not so clever this is. I wonder how the release of Fallen Kingdom, but he means Dominion, will go, whether it will be a digital release or if they'll go heavily more promote it in theatres. I think the aim is to release it in cinemas. I'm kind of optimistic. I think COVID-19 might be something of, in the relative past, and by that I mean like people don't really care about it and it's not causing governments to go fully tyrannical as they have been by next year, by when that film comes out. Okay, that's that one done. Might just do a drop shadow. I always say that's done and then it never is. You know what, I kind of like it flat like that. Alright, flatten image. I'll save as, and we'll save that as. rid of that. And now the next one should be relatively easy, because what we're going to do is, oh god no, blow up these two. To buzz. What's good about this is if I cut Buzz out, place him there, and then get rid of the other Buzz. Ba-blam. And then filter blur the background. Oh wait, we need to cut the chair out. Are you going to save up to ride the Velocicoaster only to make sure it's canon though? This is never not so clever. This. Yeah, I do want to ride that ride. I love roller coasters. My wife and I are planning a Florida holiday when Daphne is a little bit older, so she can appreciate it. So it's some ways off, but yeah, I definitely get around to riding it, unless something hideous happens that causes the ride to get closed down. Just get rid of that around Faye. And hello, Jurassic Unicast. How are we doing? Hello, James. Fellow dad like myself. Congratulations. I know I've said it to you already, but I want to say live, on live stream, congratulations on the little one. He is also feeling the lack of sleep, I bet. How old is your little one now, James? Right, so with Buzz, we are going to see if I can find his head. There he is. Ba-bum, ba-bang, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-boom. Not really needing any of those. Let me open up. What's the one I'm thinking of? She's 7 weeks. Man. God, I remember 7 weeks. So tiny. See, can I use this one? Nope. Ross just texts me saying, okay, slight hiccup, my laptop isn't working and I have no microphone for my main PC. I'll say no worries. Ross might jump into the chat because he can't. His laptop's not working. I don't think I can do Discord through my. Ah, wait, here he is. Let me see. That's alright. Right, now I'm looking for El Buzzo. Where is he? See you later, Legendary. Right, where have I got a frame of Buzz? Where he's from the front. Here we go. Or is that that's the same sort of angle, isn't it? Sorry guys, just messaging Ross. Have I not ever done a frame of Buzz, like face on, like dead face on? Just gonna go through the episodes, so bear with me. He's always been sort of slightly seen from the side. I don't think he's seen for the rest of that episode. I'm just going through these episodes. He's not in episode 2 at all. Don't think, anyway. And we don't see him in episode 3 till the... thing, and then, wait, do we see him? Nope. No, we've only ever seen Buzz's face from this angle. Oh wait, no, Buzz is in episode 2. What the hell am I talking about? He's in the whole bloody... on the... He's in the scene where they're smoking around the table. Again though, his face is seen only from one angle. Okay. Alright. Let me open up. I swear there was... Okay. Well, we'll just have to redo his head, won't we? Oh, you know what? We're just going to do... I said this wouldn't take long, but it's actually taken the longest. So... lines. I said lines and I've now done it as the white. 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 So the reason I'm doing it again is so the lines aren't blurred and it's a little bit more... he's a little bit more clearer. Maybe it's time we actually saw Buzz from the front. How would he look? Chad Buzz. Just sort of making this up. I'm just trying to work out how he would actually look from the front. He'd look really weird. Hello, Ross, in the chat. Hello there, my man. See, I told you, everyone, I wasn't lying when I said I'm talking to Ross. I really was. Just trying to work out what Buzz looks like from the front, and I've never drawn him from the front, so it's like he's looking kind of funny. His eyes are like squares. They remind me of those little robots from Disney's The Black Hole. If anyone knows what I mean when I say that. Big Shark says, didn't you draw him in the first episode looking forward? I went through the first episode. I can't... Let me just quickly zip through it. I'm just trying to think of all the places where Buzz... We first see Buzz asleep. He's got the book on his face. He lifts his face up. He is facing directly forward, but... his face is covered with a book. He's always at that angle. The same angle. I don't think he appears anywhere else in this episode. Zooming through. Zip zap zip 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 zip. Maybe it's all about the nose with Buzz. He's got like a predominant nose. Big old schnoz. Big old honker. It's got a big old snout. There we go. That might be better. Maybe if I make his eye a bit bigger. Jurassic here asks if there's an upcoming R-rated dinosaur movie that isn't Jurassic Park, who would you think would direct? I have no idea how to answer that question because you'd have to tell me what the hell the film's about first. Just an R-rated dinosaur movie. Who do you think would direct? It would be... I don't know. I don't even know many direct. Who the hell? Who are directors? Who the hell are directors anymore? I don't even know any directors really. I know it's a total lie. I know a few directors, but a big budget Carnosaur remake, basically. Well, that's the thing. That's why I say like I need to know more about the film because like if it's schlock like Carnosaur, then you'd go for a schlocky director. If it's meant to be like Aliens, then you go James Cameron or something like that. But I don't even think James Cameron would make an R-rated film anymore. Oh god, zoomed right in. Nope. Yeah, that's better. Right, let's move him up here. Move that over there. I kind of want to change the hair a bit. Maybe a bit down. Move it down. Here you go. Whoever directed Dog Soldiers, there you go. There's my choice for who would direct an R-rated dinosaur movie. I don't even know if they're working still, but thank you for the $2 tip, Big Shark. That is most kind of you. He says it was lovely chatting. See you all, but I've got to head out. See you next time. Yeah, see you next time, man. Thank you again for the tips. I'll catch you around. It's all in the curvature of the eye as well. Ross says, I'd like to see Paul Verhoeven give it a shot. Yeah, why not? There you go. There's a good one. Is he still working though? Is he alive? If it was Starship Troopers or RoboCop Paul Verhoeven, Total Recall era, yeah, for sure. Count me in 100%. If it was Showgirls era Paul Verhoeven, then I don't know. He's 82. Is he really 82? I mean, Ridley Scott's still directing at 80. Wait, how old is Paul? Is he really? Jesus freaking Christ. He is. He's 82. He's in pre-production for a biopic. Amazing. And Ridley Scott is 83. Ridley Scott is 83. See, this is why I have doubts that we're going to get a Covenant sequel, honestly. Wait, I had no idea that bloody Ridley Scott directed the Hovis advert. Oh my god. Amazing. It does make you wonder with these old directors, like these super old directors, is when you watch their movies, like, is it their movies or is it their carers' movies? Like, do they get their name on the thing, but they're carers who are wheeling them around? Are they the ones actually doing the work? They're like changing Ridley Scott's colostomy bag and then they're like, and action! And then they carry on. They've got like a little monitor next to where they're changing it. By the way, I'm joking. Like, I don't know if Ridley Scott has a colostomy bag or not. Just for legal reasons. I don't want the Scott estate to come after me. He doesn't have a colostomy bag. Lies. Tabloid lies. The Oscars will have a best catheter swapper category. They keep him in cryosleep between movies. Says never not so clever at this. Yeah. Gary says, I'm going to go for a walk now. Don't wait up if I come back. I'm not. I'm going to go to bed in 20 minutes. And that's why I've got the light timer. But enjoy your walk. Have fun. Don't let the walkie bugs bite. Yeah, I don't think today I'm going to get the Fae image completed. Basically, the Fae version of this is literally the same thing. Oh, bloody hell. Let me save this as Buzz Edit. That's what I'm going to call it. Buzz Edit. Fuzzy Buzz Edit. Buzz and Faye have just been banging. Says never not so clever as he knows it. Excuse me, shagging. the British term. So if I've saved this as Buzz, let me open the mess hall edit. So I don't know if Ross has seen this. It's the very alien inspired location in Dino Defenders, which actually looks like, if I open up the actual frame, which looks like this when it plays. When I load it up, and it looks like this because you've got the screens in the background and the dust falling down from the top there. But anyway, but phase one, basically, if I make that big. Faye is just basically going to be a zoom. She's not going to say anything or do anything, but it's like just a big, just like a zoom in on her. Kind of like that. But you can get rid of Buzz and get rid of Hank. Because, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Get rid of those guys because she's the focus. And obviously I would redo her, but let me... Well, actually, I could probably move that background along a little bit. Okay. Right, and then I'm going to save this one. Oh, actually, I need to cut out that background because it's got the rest of the background in there. It's making the file huge. File, save as, and then we'll save that as Faye edit. Come back to that one in the future. Ross says it's like the half of the alien-free mess hall and aliens dining room. Yeah, you could just imagine Lieutenant Andrews coming around the corner going, "Stop this raving woman at once! Stop it! Now get that foolish woman back to the infirmary!" Now get that foolish woman back to the infirmary. Stop this raving at once. Stop it! Yeah, Ross. He picked up on it. Kenneth Williams in Alien 3. Replace Kenneth Williams, replace Lieutenant Andrews, Brian Glover with Kenneth Williams. Oh, matron, stop this raving at once. Stop it. How much crappier that film would be. This is rumor control. Here are the facts. It's funny because I don't even know if that's a good Kenneth Williams impression or not. So let me get this straight. This is an 8-foot creature with acid for blood, and it arrived on your spaceship. It kills on sight and is generally unpleasant. It's quite a story, Mr. Andrews. Yes. I know, was it quite a story, Mr. Aaron? Yes. It's something. That's what happens when one of these dumb sons of bitches walks around with a hard-on. I might actually pull up a Kenneth Williams interview in the last 15 minutes just to hear what he looks like. Hear what he sounds like. Turn him up.
Oh, this is nice. It's not PVC. It's not PVC, is it? I hope it's not. You know it sticks to your bum. It's dreadful. Oh.
Can you guys hear that?
No, Oh no, I'm sorry. I realised it is real calf, isn't it? Leather.
It is, yes.
You do yourselves
Leather.
well here. Nice. I like all that ritzy stuff.
You do.
I like all that ritzy stuff. Replace characters in films with Kenneth Williams, and you're on to a winner right there. What am I doing? We don't have any music for the end bit because I can't be bothered to sort it out. You know what? That's not the attitude. Yes, I will. Yes, I bloody well will. Let's go back. Where did we go? I could imagine Walt having Kenneth Williams' voice. Never Not So Clever at This for sure. I think me and Ross, we also changed John Hammond for Kenneth Williams in Jurassic Park. We used to do that all the time. Our lives are in your hands and you have butterfingers. Is that how if I add voices to Dino Defenders in the future, am I going to be Walt? I'll do it. Okay. I'll do it. That's what we figured. That's what I revealed he was saying in a frame I was editing earlier in the stream. He fits in a role so many. Kenneth Williams in Schindler's List. I'm just going to look up Lieutenant Andrews alien-free quotes. I'm going to try and do the ripples in the water one. What does he say? Where is it? Maybe if I go alien-free transcript, has someone laid out the entire dialogue? Movie script, maybe. Yeah, here you go. Okay, this is just for you, Ross, and Never Not So Clever at This. Ready? So go. We have 25 prisoners in this facility, all double Y chromos, all thieves, rapists, murderers, forgers, child molesters, all scum, but scum that have taken on religion. I, for one, don't think that makes them any less dangerous, so I try not to offend their convictions. I don't want to disturb the order. I don't want ripples in the water. And I don't want a woman walking around giving them ideas. You gotta add the crappy at the end. I don't want a woman walking around giving them ideas. God, I frickin' love Lieutenant Andrews as a character in Alien 3. Like, part of me kind of wish to see, like, imagine if he didn't die, like, to see him trying to take on the alien, how funny that would have been. All the quotes that we could have got from him in those scenarios. But obviously he had to die for the plot to work out the way it did. They needed the power structure to be shifted so the prisoners looked to Ripley, because she was the highest in command or whatever. But I mean, technically 85 would have been, but no one cared about him, which was quite funny. But yeah, I do kind of, part of me does kind of wish he survived, just so we could see what he was like up against the alien. Stop this hissing at once. Stop it! Never Not So Clever. This says, try Ellen Ripley died. Ellen Ripley died trying to wipe this species out. For all intensive purposes, she succeeded. I'm not anxious to see her taking up her old hobbies. I think I do need to thin out Buzz's face at the bottom here, because he does have a bit of a Chad chin going on right now. Buzz is the Giga Chad. Didn't the guy from the Giga Chad meme come out on Instagram recently and say that, like, he made like a thing like saying, I'm just a normal person. It's like, you just look at me like, no you don't. You look like the Giga Chad. It's like, just embrace the meme. I'm just a normal person, he says, looking like an Adonis. Looking like a god. A god amongst men. So something we have to do here, Ross, you'll appreciate this, is we have to add what I've been coining over the course of these streams, the Burke sweat. Now the Burke sweat is when we add great glistening globs of sweat to these characters that looks like Burke sweat from Aliens. And you'll know what I mean when I say that. The top lip. The forehead. All glistening. So I'm going to make it look like his ash has finally fallen. And we'll have to add animated smoke in this scene, so we won't get this shot finished just yet. Yeah, there's a whole stream on the channel called just simply Burke Sweat, which is when I came up with it. I was like, I've got to do the Burke Sweat now. So we'll do that now, actually. That's a bit too bright even for Burke Sweat. I want Buzz to look like he's having a complete mental breakdown. Poor Buzz. Poor Buzz. That real 1,000-yard stare. Sweat induced by absolute pant-shitting fear. Yep. And he's got a little bit of a bruise on his arm. We'll just do that. Like some scratches right here. Some scuffles. Some scuff marks. Okay, not too bad. Right, I should be coming to a close now. I might just have a tweak of his chin, so it's not too squared off. So I might just use the warp tool. Yeah, then he starts to look a little bit more like the Buzz we know. That's better. Alright, just fix this up. And then I will end the stream. Never Not So Clever, this says, he dropped acid before the Megaraptor attack when he thought it would be an easy day. Now it was just kicking his ass. Or it's just peaked right at this point. That's why he looked up from his cigarette. He's like that, and then he went, oh. because that's when it peaked. He's still talking to Kevin, says Never Not So Clever at this. You're not too far wrong there. No, he's not talking to Kevin, but he's definitely having a bit of a weird experience, let's just say that. I actually do need to get rid of his arm there. Going to be behind that. There we go. And if I actually darken that, you can see the cup. Alright, done. Let me flatten that and then I'll add smoke to it later. Well, actually, need to just quickly add a shadow on the blooming chair. That would have been good with it. There you go. Right. Flatten image. A Jurassic custom collector says it's a stream. Yes, it is. Right, so I'll save it in the final folder, but I will have to add smoke to that. I will do. And then next time, Faye. And then, actually, if I, just before I go, if I calculate what I'm doing. Did I finish my whiskey and coke? I did now. Where's my book? Where are my smokes? Actually, where is the book? Oh, shoot. Where have I put the Dino Defenders book? I put it in here. Nope. Oh no. Did I lose it down the back? Let me have a look. 1 second. Nope. That's strange. Well, I'll have to do that another time. I seem to have misplaced the book. It's the book that I've got all my notes in, story-wise, story beats. Where would that have gone? Was it under here? Got it. It was under the table. Right. Ugh. Okay, so if I bring up the old OBS. Just bring up this. So this book here has got all my notes in it for Dino Defenders. I thought it was here. And I have a checklist of things for episode 4. Okay. Okay, I can't tick it off yet, but I'm very close to finishing this scene. Okay, so how many? There's a few shots to do, but they're all quick ones like we were doing tonight. Okay, I'll keep this in plain view. But anyway, yeah, I'll work that out later. I was going to tick it all off on here, but whatever, I won't. I'll keep me up here then. Right, anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming to tonight's stream. Thank you everyone who tipped. Big Shark, never not so clever at this. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ross, for turning up. Sorry about the laptop and all that. We'll get you on as soon as we can. Hopefully, actually, I'll be changing my work situation come June, and maybe we can get you on a lot more if possible. And also, I want to do like alien commentaries. If you're still there, Ross, something I've been saying I wanted to do for years, and the only alien commentaries I've actually got around to doing is Alien Resurrection and Alien vs Predator, which we did last year during lockdown. Never done the films that I actually like, so but yeah, anyway, guys, catch you around next week. Is there a stream next week? What date is it next week? It's the 7th, isn't it, next week? Yeah, it's the 7th. I think there's a stream next week, but I know there's one Friday coming up soon where I'll have to have no stream again, but I'll let you know in due course. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming, and I will catch you next week. Bye!